What's going on, guys? It's currently Monday, July 20th, 6:24 a.m. Currently on the charts, we have USD CAD loading up. Um, we are still waiting on this retest underneath the area of interest with that 4-hour pullback, which we did not get yet. So we are still holding um, our alarm underneath, and we're waiting for that pullback. Um, Euro AUD, we never had that pullback underneath to our area of interest and a tap on our alarm, so it's unfortunate. This would have been a nice continuation from last week. We can see on the daily we had that left head, right shoulder, closure underneath, pullback, and then retest last week. So on the 1 hour, we probably could have got an entry back here and just held the position. Most likely right here at 10 o'clock after this bearish engulfing, put our entry in. Then the position would have been roughly about a 1 to 4. But it's okay. Euro USD, we're still waiting for a closure above and just a shift of structure to continue going to the upside. Euro CAD, same thing. We're just waiting for a closure underneath the area of interest. So we're just waiting for that closure underneath and for that continuation. GBP CHF, same thing. Left head, right shoulder, potentially forming. But we have to make sure that we get that confirmation and that closure underneath of price, which we're waiting on. GBP USD, we're just waiting for a tap into this area of interest to continue taking buys. NZD CHF, same thing. Yeah, same thing. We never really had that tap into the area of interest and just continued going without anything happening. And then USD CHF, we're just waiting for a shift of structure underneath the area of interest. Alright, closure underneath, retest, and sell. That's pretty much it for Monday, July 20th. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow's update. Peace. What's going on, guys? So it's currently 6:24, Tuesday, July 21. As we can see, we have USD CAD on the charts. Currently, we had that pullback underneath to our area of interest. So we are looking to potentially have an entry. We are having a daily, currently we're having a daily doji, so potentially we have that 4-hour candle fill and that shift of structure. We are just waiting on the shift underneath the area of interest and then retest to take that entry to the downside. So that's currently looking nice. Euro AUD never fully retested underneath except back here. And it was just a continuation to the downside. Euro USD, we're starting that shift. So potentially we have this shift, pullback, then that continuation. Pretty straightforward. Euro CAD, we were looking for sells, but it seems like it's respecting this area and it's having a rejection. So currently nothing on Euro CAD. GBP CHF, looks like we're making that right shoulder, left head, right shoulder, closure underneath, then we're going to just retest underneath the area of interest. GBP USD, we pulled back to this area of interest, so we're now just waiting on that shift and then retest, continuation. NZD CHF never really came back to our area, never retested, and USD CHF just went in the opposite direction. So potentially USD CAD and GBP USD, and that's pretty much it, I believe, for this week, and GBP CHF. So these three are what we're looking for. But yeah, otherwise pretty straightforward still. Looking to see just a few retests. So, alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's update. Peace. What's going on, guys? It's currently Wednesday, July 22, 6:37 a.m. Currently on the charts, we have USD CAD. We were anticipating this pullback on the daily, which we had gotten, and we currently are having that rejection on the 4-hour. We have a nice potential left head, right shoulder, as we can see. Close underneath, and then continue going to the downside. So ideally, I'm just going to put my alarm now and adjust to underneath potentially that left shoulder, so we get that confirmation, and then we can continue taking a trade to the downside. It looks more clear on the 1 hour. It's going to have that push, hopefully, and then we're going to have that shift, and then we'll potentially have that entry. GBP USD is just still consolidating at this area, nothing yet. We were waiting on that pullback, which we had. Now we are just waiting on just the move to the upside, maybe capitalize on an entry. GBP CHF, same thing. We're still holding on, waiting. On the 4 hour, we are just waiting because we had a seems like a left head, right shoulder right here. Right, left head, right shoulder. But we're just waiting on a closure underneath. So we're just going to keep our alarm underneath the area of interest so that we know when we have that shift, pullback, then we can have an entry. Euro AUD, still nothing. Had a potential entry somewhere last week, but never got a deeper pullback that we would have wanted. Euro USD, we're just still waiting around on this area of interest for a closure underneath, pullback, and continuation. Euro CAD, potentially have an entry on here. We were waiting for just a closure underneath, but it seems like we had that break, pullback, so maybe we'll continue going, but we have to see more structure. For me, there's not enough on price right now. It seems like it just was a left head, right shoulder reversal, and we're looking for sells. Let's see, NZD-CHF, it never really came back to our area of interest to retest. We could have had an opportunity to do a counter trend with the left head, right shoulder pullback potentially, and then had a continuation. And then USD-CHF never stayed at our area of interest. It was just continued going to the upside. But yeah, we're still optimistic on USD CAD, GBP USD, and GBP CHF. So we'll have to just wait and see. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. What's going on, guys? It's currently Thursday, July 23, 6:05 a.m. Currently on the charts, we have USD CAD. We are still waiting on that right shoulder, which we are getting, as we can see. We had that right shoulder. We did have that closure underneath at our area of interest, so now we are just waiting for that shift on the lower time frame. We had that pullback, and we're just waiting on that shift to continue going, and then have a potential entry on one of the lower highs. GBP USD, on the 4 hour, we are just waiting on that shift. Looks like we're having a small left head, right shoulder. So we just need a confirmation of it closing above the neckline, and then we're looking for an entry. GBP CHF, we're still waiting for it to close underneath, but it seems like it's not at this moment. Euro AUD is gone. Euro USD, we're just waiting. They had that shift. Now we're just waiting for that confirmation on that break of structure. Euro CAD is a nice left head, potential right shoulder. We're just waiting for the price to pull back, close underneath, or close above our area of interest, and potentially we'll take that to the upside. NZD-CHF, nothing. Never came back to our area of interest, so no entry. And USD-CHF, full rejection. Never came back to our area of interest and just went in the opposite direction. We're still looking at USD CAD and GBP USD. Hopefully we'll have either of these two tonight, and if not, then we'll look for an entry next week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. What's going on, guys? It's currently Friday, July 14, 6:40 a.m. Currently on the charts, we got USD CAD. We did not have that shift that we were looking for on this left head, right shoulder. We're just waiting on the closure underneath the neckline and then the retest underneath. So potentially next week we'll have this entry. GBP USD did not have what we were looking for. It looks like it just broke underneath. So potentially next week we can anticipate a pullback for a sell position because it was just consolidating. Then it had that break underneath, pullback. Potentially there could have been an entry, but it's unfortunate. GBP CHF, still waiting. It didn't go underneath the area of interest yet. Euro AUD, same thing, no entry, never came back to our area of interest. Euro USD, nothing. It didn't close above our alert, confirming that we were in a bullish trend. Euro CAD potentially buys next week. We'll just have to wait and see. And if it closes underneath the area of interest, we'll look for sells. NZD CHF, nothing, never came back. And then USD CHF never came back to area of interest. And it was a full opposite direction of what we were anticipating. Otherwise, it's kind of unfortunate. We were looking to, have some interest on USD CAD as it's been consolidating at this area of interest for the last 2 weeks. But be sure to look for next week, and then that's it. So I will be dropping this video maybe today or tonight, the video for my market analysis for next week, but probably will be for tomorrow.